So what I'm gonna have you do, Jasmine, is let's have you stand and let's just have you face this way, okay? Yeah, let's go right here. So. Okay, feet are nice length apart. Is it okay if I put my hand on your back? All right. So I'm gonna put my hand right between her shoulder blades, all right? So what I wanna do on this one is I just wanna see if you can give a little pressure where my hand is. So go ahead and give me a little bit of pressure. Okay, just maybe a little bit more pressure, right? Just right, okay. Up. All right. So you don't tell them what you're doing, because it's reactive. But you gotta know what you're doing, because if you make them push too much, they're down. Okay? So here's a couple things on this. If you want to do this, I will do this one to you. I don't want you to do it on each other, just in case you get crazy. All right? Don't do it in front of my eyes if you ever do this. Okay? But yeah, do it outside. All right? Push man. So you never say the word lean, right? Because if I tell you to lean back, how are you going to go? Yeah. You do shoulders. So the whole idea is the only way you can prevent a fall is that your shoulders are not the first things to go, it's your belly button, no matter which way you fall, right? So we train people that when we do the step, that if you gotta take a step, you wanna try to throw your belly button forward first, all right? So what it'll look like, so what it look like if I were gonna fall forward or go forward, okay, my heel starts to get off, what I wanna do is get my belly button there first, because if I get my belly button there first, it's gonna end up between my 2 feet. If I lean so far, my belly button doesn't get there, there's no stopping. And if I'm falling backwards, it's the exact same thing. So if I go backwards, if I feel like I gotta take a step, I want the booty out there. There you go. Okay? Because I want to throw my belly button backwards because that's what keeps my center of gravity between my 2 feet. If you let the shoulders go, there's no catching. Okay? So we train older adults the right way to, should they start to lose a balance, how they need to try to save themselves from actually falling down. The way they save themselves is they try to get the belly button there first, not the shoulder. Okay? So go forward, throw the belly button there, and we just train them by saying, okay, as soon as your heel comes up, take a step. Right? Because that's what's safe. As soon as the heel comes up, they should be taking a step, whether it's in their gait or not. Sometimes you see people, especially if they get Parkinson's or start getting dementia, they'll stop walking like this. And that's why they get the shuffle. All their center of gravity's forward. They're a huge fall risk. Okay? But same thing falling backwards. As soon as their toes come up, it's a rat in the wall. As soon as their toe comes up, the belly button's going to go back. It's all that toxic chemical we're smelling. Okay? So on that one, it's reactive because you don't let them know it's coming. Okay? So this is when we train with the step strategy. Yeah.
We do the test first and then we explain them how to fall you have to fall?
No. What I was doing was just adding in one thing that we will train if they don't do the test correctly. Okay? When you do the test, you just do the test, and then you analyze it all together, and you figure out the program you want to put your own person on. I want to do this exercise for balance and this exercise, and we're going to start doing all the exercises now that we're done the testing after this test is done, okay? So you'll see all the different choices of some very popular balance training exercises that we use. I was just given an explanation as to what information is going to help you decide on down the road of what to pick to do, okay? So, but when you have a person, you test what you're going to test. Now, you can make your own decision as to, I think I want to do, and what would be safe for this one would be just do this test number 2, 3, 5, 8, or for whatever. You don't have to do all the tests on a person. You decide which ones you want to do, but this is the full test, so you can decide clinically as a doctor what's safe. You wouldn't do anything safe. If you thought any of these tests were going to be too much for your older adult, you wouldn't give them this one, you make them do the bird. Okay? It's always safe to make them to do the bird first. And then if you see, oh man, well, I thought they were going to have trouble, but ooh, look at that. Gold stars. So maybe then you want to do some of these, okay? But it's probably always good to start with the bird, see where they're at, because if they have any trouble with the bird, they shouldn't be doing any of these tests.